It's more than just money.
Join the credit union thrift club.
It's more than just money.
Home development with the thrift club. You're young and you need to save money.
Yeah!
With Ozone, get Wi-Fi with your MiFi. Get the Ozone data experience with your very own portable Wi-Fi hotspot wherever you go. No matter the device, share the connection, stay in the moment, and never skip a beat. Buy an Ozone MiFi and activate a MiFi or data plan of your choice. Get Wi-Fi with your MiFi with Ozone Wireless beyond a network.
It's not about exercising. It's having the strength to do what you're passionate about. It's not about the road traveled. It's about the one to be traveled. An important thing in life is finding the perfect balance between body and soul. With a bottle of Ensure, you get the proteins, calcium, and 26 vitamins and minerals your body needs to live the best moments of your life with strength and energy. Your life, your health, your Ensure.
No time for lunch? With a bottle of Ensure, you get 9 grams of protein, 26 vitamins and minerals, and the calcium that your body needs. For the hectic moments of your life, drink Ensure.
Hi, the biggest questions we'll get from our potential customers is, how do I get on your network?
Well, it's easy.
You just need 2 things, an Ozone SIM card
And an LTE Band 13 compatible device.
You're probably wondering, what is that and do I have one?
Well, you just need to visit our website for a list of compatible devices.
Or you can visit us in store. We'll have a wide range of LTE Band 13 compatible devices.
And just remember,
We're beyond the network.
Yes is a beautiful word. It empowers us. It brings satisfaction. And since you earn up to 3% cash back on everyday purchases with the Scotiabank Gold MasterCard, that's a lot of satisfaction, a lot more often. Plus, you get a welcome bonus from the get-go. Scotiabank Gold MasterCard is the card that keeps on giving, so it's easier for you to create many more precious yes moments. Apply for yours today. Call or visit a Scotiabank branch to find out more. Conditions apply.
When your kids fall, you're always there to pick them up. Sagicor wants to do the same for you. Introducing Life Protector, an invaluable policy that provides you with a lump sum payment should you be diagnosed with a critical illness. With added financial flexibility to keep your family's future bright, we'll provide a helping hand when you need it most. For more details, contact a Sagicor advisor today. Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.
We're here with two of the young stars of today's track meet, Johnny Ince and Samuel Hawkins. I understand they're the games and house captains, respectively. And of course, their house is the champion house. Gentlemen, can you tell me what really went into today's championship?
A lot of organizing, a lot of stress with especially the first formers, you know how they are. And it was just a fun and enjoyable sports.
Yeah, we just wanted everybody to come out and participate, whether they're in front or at back. We know the 1 point will still count. And also the fun of it. So we just wanted a full house participation, that was all.
Now, as we turn our attention to your individual performances, how was it for you today individually? How are you feeling about your events today?
Well, I won my 200 and my 400, and I placed third in the 100. And I felt pretty comfortable about it, but it had me a little bit tired, so I had to try and stretch and get ready for the next one and just give up my best for the house.
What about you?
For the 100, which I came first, I've been working on it, not for too long, but I feel the progress has been coming well and it should be running better in the future.
So we look ahead from here today, we look forward to the zone and of course BSSAC. What events will we be seeing Samuel Alkins and Mr. Ince? In what events will we be seeing you?
Most likely the 400 and the 800, those are my special events that I hold dear to my heart and I like to run in those ones.
And you, Johnny?
For me, probably most likely the long jump and maybe the 100.
Any goals? Let's talk short term, let's talk long term. Let's hear from you young men where you see yourselves in the short and long term.
In terms of the school, I just hope to see that we give our best and place as high as possible at BSSAC level. And for the short term right now, I'm trying my best to qualify for the Carifta Games this year and just do my best.
And you, Johnny?
For me, I'd just like to give a good showing at BSSAC, make the finals in the long jump and probably the 100. Long term, still deciding on that, so we'll see.
Well, congratulations to you both on your victory and your victories, let's say collectively as a house, and certainly your individual victories as well. And I'm wishing you all the best going forward to BSSAC, and may you accomplish the goals that you've set for yourselves. Progressive young men. Dominic Lafond, congratulations to you on a fantastic day. I believe you performed pretty well today on track. You're most welcome. Now, what kind of preparation went into getting you into the kind of form that you're in for 2018?
Well, I've been training since out of season with Velocity Management, and our head coach is Mr. Holder, who's over there, with Mr. Grosvenor too. And we've just been doing training, like it started off 3 days a week and then it progressed to 5, and we train like all the time hard. And
what are the goals in mind? Let's talk short-term and long-term goals.
Short-term goals, well, my main event is 100-meter hurdles, so I would like to be able to dominate on that field. And long-term goals, that'll be my short-term. Then long-term goals, if I can make it to like Pan Am Games and Junior Championships and all of that.
Okay, so is this your final year at Queen's College?
No, it's my second last.
Your second last. So we have another year left. I am anticipating that we will continue to train and work, and probably next year we may look at then transitioning into the Carifta ranks.
Well, I mean, I could look at that from this year too. No, don't limit yourself.
Well, certainly not. But you didn't mention that in your short-term goals, so I was going with that.
No, no. I mean, yeah, I would like to qualify for Carifta, but we'll see what happens.
Well, in terms of your leadership, in terms of your house, I saw you today marshalling some of the troops. So tell us a little bit about that and the role that you play at Queen's College in terms of the responsibilities that you bear for your house.
Okay, well, I'm house captain for Greenhouse, so I like to encourage students to go into track and field because it's a really good sport and it will make you a well-rounded student. So I like to encourage students, young athletes, to just participate and do their best.
Any hopes of probably acquiring a scholarship and maybe going overseas to do some studies, anything of the sort?
Yeah, That would be nice.
Well, I wish you all the best in your pursuits. I think you're well on your way to being a phenomenon in athletics, and certainly we wish you all the best in not only your athletics but also your academics. Congratulations on a great day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Dominique Lafond. A young man who's already qualified for the Carifta Games. Congratulations to you, Tafari, in terms of, on qualifying rather for the Carifta Games.
Thanks.
What event have you qualified for at Carifta?
I qualified for the 800 meters.
The 800 meters hurdle. No, the 800 meters, there's no hurdle event. My goodness, where am I going with that? 800 meters, we've seen you in a number of events today. 1, 2, 4. You're looking for this Victor Ludorum title?
Yeah.
Is this your last year at Corajan-Parry?
Well, I'm not too sure if I'm going to return, but most likely yeah, fifth round.
Okay, where do you see yourself going? Apart from Carifta, we have Carifta already. You've already qualified. You've come here. You've represented your house. Now we look on to inter-school sports, zonal meets, and so on. But where do you see yourself taking this talent that you have? What are the plans for the future?
Well, after the Carifta Games, I will take it to the Commonwealth, most likely World Juniors, and then further on, to be a professional athlete.
Now, let's talk about the kind of preparation that you've been putting into accomplishing your goals so far. What has it been like for you thus far this season?
Well, it's been a lot of hard work. Waking up at 3:30 in the morning, going training at 4:30, 5 o'clock. Then have to go to school. Then have to train in the evening. It used to be a lot of work, like a lot of hard work. So my coach just want to give me 20 200s in one day and bring it back in really fast. So there's a lot of hard work to get my achievements.
So we know for sure you're going to run the 800 at BSSAC. What other events are you going to be competing in, or we can look forward to seeing you competing at BSSAC? Because obviously here it's about the house, but at BSSAC it's about the school, and we certainly want to preserve you for the Carifta Games. So what events will you be competing in?
Well, I'll be doing the 800 meters, the 400 meters, and the 400 hurdles.
800 meters, 400 meters, and 400 hurdles. Those are the events that you can look out for. Tafari Bishop, he's going to be competing in those events. 400 meter hurdles, the 400 flat, and the 800 meter flat. Already qualifying for Carifta, so he's certainly one to watch. Congratulations on your outstanding performances, Tafari, and certainly again, you're qualifying for Carifta. I wish you all the best as you go forward from here.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Live at the National Stadium. Of course, we brought you coverage of the Corajan-Parry Inter-House Championship today. With me, I have Tamia Battershield. That's a unique name. Where do you hail from? That name, Battershield.
Well, I believe that Battershield came from St. Lucia. I'm not sure, but I think it's from St. Lucia.
All right. So, Battershield has done a number of events. You've done the 100, you've done the 200, you've won both of them. The 400 was not contested here at the National Stadium today. It was done over at the school. So you won the 800 and you placed second, I believe, in the 1500. What really is the objective in mind for competing in all of those events?
My objective was to do my best PB in my events. Just go and do my best, basically.
Well, you're at the under 20 level. Any hopes of probably getting into like qualifying for the Carifta team, and any aspirations toward that, or you're just content with, you know, running, getting some points for your house and staying in physical shape? What is your objective right now? Where do you see yourself going?
My objective now is to qualify for the Carifta team in the 4 hurdles and hopefully the 400.
The 4 hurdles. And now, was that event contested at the school as well?
No, please.
So you're expecting to qualify for the Carifta Games at BSSAC and probably in the zonal meters then?
Yes, please.
How long have you been hurdling?
For under 15 and the 200 hurdles.
So you would say that is your pet event?
Yes, please.
Well, any hopes about probably winning the Victrix Ludorum title today, seeing that you've done so well in all of the events in which you've competed? Any hopes in probably taking that title?
Hopefully, yes.
Well, I wish you all the best, Tamaya. and I certainly look forward to seeing you perform during the zonal meet and the BSAC meet as well. So, all the best to you and all the best to your team.
Thank you.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union thrift club.
It's more than just money.
Home development with the thrift club. You're young and you need to save money with the thrift club. Savings have value and sustainability. So listen, children, show some discipline. It is beneficial for you when you save your city value.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union thrift club. More than just money with the credit union thrift club.
Yeah!
With Ozone, get Wi-Fi with your MiFi. Get the Ozone data experience with your very own portable Wi-Fi hotspot wherever you go. No matter the device, share the connection, stay in the moment, and never skip a beat. Buy an Ozone MiFi and activate a MiFi or data plan of your choice. Get Wi-Fi with your MiFi with Ozone Wireless beyond a network.
It's not about exercising. It's having the strength to do what you're passionate about. It's not about the road traveled. It's about the one to be traveled. An important thing in life is finding the perfect balance between body and soul. With a bottle of Ensure, you get the proteins, calcium, and 26 vitamins and minerals your body needs to live the best moments of your life with strength and energy. Your life, your health, your Ensure.
Good morning and welcome to Sports.bb's coverage of the Frank Blackman Zone. We, of course, are here at the National Stadium for day 2 of the zone. Lots of action in terms of the field events this morning. The track event scheduled to get started at about 10 o'clock or so, so we'll see how that goes. We've been doing pretty good for time so far. But, of course, this stream is brought to you with the kind compliments of Pharmacy Sales Caribbean Inc., Ozone Wireless, Scotiabank, Flawless Gym, Sagicor, and the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union. So thanks to our sponsors. So as I informed you, the action this morning will get started in terms of the track events around the 10 o'clock. On track this morning, we'll have the hurdle events, the 400-meter hurdles, the 300-meter hurdles, and the 200-meter hurdles. The 400-meter hurdles will be run by the under-20 girls and boys, as well as the under-17 boys. The 300 meters will be run by the under-17 and under-15 girls and boys. In fact, no, the under-17 girls, but the under-15 boys. And in terms of the 200 meters hurdles, that will be run by the under-15 girls. Also on track is the 800 meters, the 200 meters, and the 4x400 meter events will close out today's proceedings. Now, for those of you who, of course, want to come down to the National Stadium to take in the action live and direct as it unfolds, the box offices are Cape Shepherd Broad Street, Saul 6 Road, Saul Warrens, SO Blackrock. Tickets for today's second day of the Frank Blackman Zone will cost you just around $15 or so. And for the championship finals, March 15th and 16th, ticket prices are just $30. So you can go on into Cape Shepherd, Saul 6 Road, Saul Warrens, or SO Blackrock and get your tickets. Or, of course, you can join us here on Sports.bb as we bring you the action live now. By now you would know that there are lots of benefits and perks, privileges, whatever you want to call them, rewards even, for joining us here on Sports.bb. We have a competition going right now. Of course, there's more than one competition. We will be selecting 3 athletes from each zone, and you, the Sports.bb family, will be voting for those athletes. Of course, the top athlete will then be rewarded. But in terms of the fan competitions, we want you to go over to Sports.bb's Facebook fan page and like us, as well as Pharmacy Sales Caribbean Inc. and hashtag Brighton Stokes, hashtag Flawless Gym, that's FLAWLESSGYM. Send your answer to our inbox and you will have the opportunity to win one Farmaton pack, compliments Bride and Stokes, one Sports.bb fan zone t-shirt, one hamper compliments Pharmacy Sales Caribbean Inc., and a 1 week pass to Flawless Gym. Today's question: name 6 schools in the Frank Blackman zone. If you've been paying attention, we gave those all yesterday. And please note, we have a timeline to this thing, all of the giveaways. Giveaways end on Thursday, the 15th of March, 2018 at midnight. So the winner will be announced at a later date. All right, so looking back on yesterday, as we close the day, the St. Michael School, in both the boys and the girls, were leading. So let me take a little time to just go back to those day 1 scores and let you know how the day ended, especially for those persons who may now be joining us and may not have had the opportunity yesterday to get a perspective in terms of what the points would have been like. At the end of day 1, among the girls' scores, in 12th place was the St. Winifred School. They collected 5 points on day 1. In 11th was Providence Secondary School with 7 points. In 10th was Darrell Jordan Secondary with 46 points. In 9th was Dighton Griffith Secondary with 51 points. Just 1 point ahead of them was the Princess Margaret School on 52. In 7th position was the Frederick Smith Secondary School. They had 58 points. And then in 7th was, in 6th, that is, yes, in 6th place was Corrigan Parry School with 94 points. The top 5 among the girls at the end of day 1's completion. The Lord School, 110 points. 5 points ahead of them was the Alexandra School, 115 points. In 3rd place was Queen's College with 128. And in 2nd position among the girls was Leicester Vaughan, 140 points. And way out front in the girls, the St. Michael School with 274 points. And now we turn our attention to the boys. In 12th was St. Winifred's with 1 point. In 11th, Providence Secondary School with 2. In 10th, Dighton Griffith Secondary with 28.5 points. In 9th was Darrell Jordan with 30. 8th went to Frederick Smith Secondary with 39 points. In 7th was Princess Margaret Secondary School with 56 points. And then we had in 6th the Alexandra School with 69 points. The top 5 among the boys: Corrigan Parry School, 99.5. In 4th was the Lodge School with 140 points. In 3rd, Queen's College, 146 points. In 2nd, Leicester Vaughan School with 152 points. And the St. Michael School, again, creating some distance between themselves and the rest of the pack, amassing 248 points to close out the first day of action in the Frank Blackman zone. So looking ahead, we have the hurdle events. The hurdles are already on the track, so it looks as though we're going to have a prompt start this morning. And after those hurdles, we'll turn our attention to the 800s, the 200s, and then the 4x400 meter relays. But we have lots of action for you today from the National Stadium, day 2 of the Frank Blackman zone. So please make sure you inform your friends, that your friends know that we are going to be bringing you the action as it unfolds. All the parents, all the family members, supporters, well-wishers, all the old scholars from all of the schools in the Frank Blackman zone. Let somebody know. Sports.bb is here, and we're bringing you all of the action. And of course, don't forget, you have the opportunity as well to go and purchase your tickets and come on down to take in the action live at the National Stadium. So, we are seeing in our screen, on our on our camera shot right now, the young lady from the St. Michael School. Clean jump by her, and a jump that gets some applause from the small audience on hand. They're measuring it. Of course, we are not in the area to see exactly what the distance is on that jump, but we'll try to bring you up to date with what's happening in terms of the field events as well as the day progresses. At 9 o'clock, they told me that the field events would have gotten underway. We should be seeing in progress over in the long jump area at this time, because that one would have started at about 9 o'clock. The girls long jump, in fact, no, that's what we're seeing right now on the shop. I was looking at the high jump for the under 20 girls, and in progress right now on our screen we have the under 13 girls long jump. That's in progress currently. The high jump areas also has some activity. The under 20 girls are over there. There's the boys javelin, they're throwing that. The girls discus throw as well for junior girls. The shot put for under 17 boys, that's also in progress. And at around 10:30 or so, the long jump for the under 13 boys will begin. Then you'll have the high jump for the under 20 boys. Just around 11:30, we'll be looking at the boys javelin throw for the under 17 boys, the discus throw for the under 17 girls. And around 11:30 as well, we can look to see some action in terms of the boys shot put under 20 boys. Around 12, then we turn our attention to the long jump for the under 15 girls and the high jump for the under 17 girls. Around 1:30, the under 15 boys will have their turn at the long jump, as well as the under 17 girls will have their turn at the high jump. And then around 2, the under 20 boys will execute their javelin throws. The girls under 20, they will do their discus throws, and the final event in terms of the field today will be the boys shot put for junior boys, and that's how the day will end out in terms of field events. But for now, we continue to just observe what's happening in the long jump area. About 15 minutes left before we actually get into the action today in terms of the track action. So we're going to take a little break, look at some interviews, and come right back with the first event on track. That's going to be the 400-meter hurdles, I believe, for under 20 boys. So after a little break, we'll be right back to bring you the action from the National Stadium. Of course, remember, this is the Frank Blackman Zone, and this is day 2.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union thrift club.
It's more than just money.
Home development with the thrift club. You're young and you need to save money. With the thrift club, savings have value and sustainability. So listen, children, show some discipline. It is beneficial for you when you save your city value.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union thrift club. More than just money with the credit union thrift club.
Yeah.
With Ozone, get Wi-Fi with your MiFi. Get the Ozone data experience with your very own portable Wi-Fi hotspot wherever you go. No matter the device, share the connection, stay in the moment, and never skip a beat. Buy an Ozone MiFi and activate a MiFi or data plan of your choice. Get Wi-Fi with your MiFi with Ozone Wireless beyond a network.
You skip breakfast? With a bottle of Ensure, you get 9 grams of protein, 26 vitamins and minerals, and the calcium that your body needs. For the hectic moments of your life, drink Ensure.
Yes is a beautiful word. It empowers us. It brings satisfaction. And since you earn up to 3% cash back on everyday purchases with the Scotiabank Gold MasterCard, that's a lot of satisfaction, a lot more often. Plus, you get a welcome bonus from the get-go. Scotiabank Gold MasterCard is the card that keeps on giving, so it's easier for you to create many more precious yes moments. Apply for yours today. Call or visit a Scotiabank branch to find out more. Conditions apply.
When your kids fall, you're always there to pick them up. Sagicor wants to do the same for you. Introducing Life Protector, an invaluable policy that provides you with a lump sum payment should you be diagnosed with a critical illness. With added financial flexibility to keep your family's future bright, we'll provide a helping hand when you need it most. For more details, contact a Sagicor advisor today. Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.
We're here with two of the young stars of today's track meet, Johnny Ince and Samuel Hawkins. I understand they're the games and house captains, respectively. And of course, their house is the champion house. Gentlemen, can you tell me what really went into today's championship?
A lot of organizing, a lot of stress with especially the first formers, you know how they are. And it was just a fun and enjoyable sports.
Yeah, we just wanted everybody to come out and participate, whether they're in front or at back. We know the 1 point will still count. And also the fun of it. So we just wanted a full house participation, that was all.
Now, as we turn our attention to your individual performances, how was it for you today individually? How are you feeling about your events today?
Well, I won my 200 and my 400, and I placed third in the 100. And I felt pretty comfortable about it, but it had me a little bit tired, so I had to try and stretch and get ready for the next one and just give it my best for the house.
What about you?
For the 100, we're taking it first. I've been working on it, not for too long, but I feel the progress has been coming well and it should be running better in the future.
So we look ahead from here today. We look forward to the zone and of course BSSAC. What events will we be seeing Samuel Hawkins and Mr. Ince? In what events will we be seeing you?
Most likely the 400 and the 800. Those are my special events that I hold dear to my heart, and I like to run in those ones.
And you, Johnny?
For me, probably most likely the long jump and maybe the 100.
Any goals? Let's talk short term, let's talk long term. Let's hear from you young men where you see yourselves in the short and long term.
In terms of the school, I just hope to see that we give our best and place as high as possible at BSSAC level. And for the short term right now, I'm trying my best to qualify for the Carifta Games this year and just do my best.
And you, Johnny?
For me, I'd just like to give a good showing at BSSAC, make the finals in the long jump and probably the 100. And long term, still deciding on that, so we'll see.
Well, congratulations to you both on your victory and your victories, let's say collectively as a house, and certainly your individual victories as well. And I'm wishing you all the best going forward to BSSAC, and may you accomplish the goals that you've set for yourselves. Progressive young men. Dominic Lafond, congratulations to you on a fantastic day. I believe you performed pretty well today on track.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Now, what kind of preparation went into getting you into the kind of form that you're in for 2018?
Well, I've been training since out of season with velocity management, and our head coach is Mr. Holder, over there, with Mr. Grosvenor too. And we've just been doing training, like it started off 3 days a week and then it progressed to 5, and we train like all the time hard. And
what are the goals in mind? Let's talk short-term and long-term goals.
Short-term goals, well, my main event is 100-meter hurdles, so I would like to be able to dominate on that field. And long-term goals, that'll be my short-term. Then long-term goals, if I can make it to like Pan Am Games and junior championships and all of that.
Okay, so is this your final year at Queen's College?
No, it's my second last.
Your second last. So we have another year left. I am anticipating that we will continue to train and work, and probably next year we may look at then transitioning into the Carifta ranks.
Well, I mean, I could look at that from this year too. No, don't limit yourself.
Well, certainly not. But you didn't mention that in your short-term goals, so I was going with that.
No, no. I mean, yeah, I would like to qualify for CRIFTA, but we'll see what happens.
Well, in terms of your leadership, in terms of your house, I saw you today marshalling some of the troops. So tell us a little bit about that and the role that you play at Queen's College in terms of the responsibilities that you bear for your house.
Okay, well, I'm house captain for Greenhouse, so I like to encourage students to go into track and field because it's a really good sport and it will make you a well-rounded student. So I like to encourage students, young athletes, to just participate and do their best.
Any hopes of probably acquiring a scholarship and maybe going overseas to do some studies, anything of the sort?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Well, I wish you all the best in your pursuits. I think you're well on your way to being a phenomenon in athletics, and certainly we wish you all the best in not only your athletics but also your academics. Congratulations on a great day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Dominique Lafond. A young man who's already qualified for the CRIFTA Games. Congratulations to you, Tafari, in terms of, on qualifying rather for the CRIFTA Games.
Thanks.
What event have you qualified for at CRIFTA?
I qualified for the 800 meters.
The 800 meters hurdle. No, the 800 meters, there's no hurdle event. My goodness, where am I going with that? The 800 meters, we've seen you in a number of events today. 1, 2, 4. You're looking for this Victor Durham title?
Yeah.
Is this your last year at Corrigan Parry?
Well, I'm not too sure if I'm going to return, but most likely yeah, fifth round.
Okay, where do you see yourself going? Apart from CRIFTA, we have CRIFTA already. You've already qualified. You've come here. You've represented your house. Now we look on to inter-school sports, zonal meets, and so on. But where do you see yourself taking this talent that you have? What are the plans for the future?
Well, after the CRIFTA Games, I will take it to the Commonwealth, most of the World Juniors, and then further on to be a professional athlete.
Now, let's talk about the kind of preparation that you've been putting into accomplishing your goals so far. What has it been like for you thus far this season?
Well, it's been a lot of hard work. Waking up at 3:30 in the morning, going training at 4:30, 5 o'clock. Then have to go to school. Then have to train in the evening. It used to be a lot of work, like a lot of hard work. So my coach just want to give me 2200s in one day. I bring it back in really fast. So it was a lot of hard work to get my achievements.
So we know for sure you're going to run the 800 at BSSAC. What other events are you going to be competing in, or we can look forward to seeing you competing at BSSAC? Because obviously here it's about the house, but at BSSAC it's about the school, and we certainly want to preserve you for the CRIFTA Games. So what events will you be competing in?
Well, I'll be doing the 800 meters, the 400 meters, and the 400 hurdles.
800 meters, 400 meters, and 400 hurdles. Those are the events that you can look out for. Tafari Bishop, he's going to be competing in those events. 400 meter hurdles, the 400 flat, and the 800 meter flat. Already qualifying for CRIFTA, so he's certainly one to watch. Congratulations on your outstanding performances, Tafari, and certainly again, you're qualifying for CRIFTA. I wish you all the best as you go forward from here.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Live at the National Stadium. Of course, we brought you coverage of the Corrigan Parry Inter-House Championship today. With me, I have Tamia Battershield. That's a unique name. Where do you hail from, that name, Battershield?
Well, I believe that Battershield came from St. Lucia. I'm not sure, but I think it's from St. Lucia. All
right. So, Battershield has done a number of events. You've done the 100, you've done the 200, you've won both of them. The 400 was not contested here at the National Stadium today. It was done over at the school. So you won the 800 and you placed second, I believe, in the 1500. What really is the objective in mind for competing in all of those events?
My objective was to do my best PB in my events. Just go and do my best, basically.
Well, you're at the under 20 level. Any hopes of probably getting into like qualifying for the CRIFTA team, and any aspirations toward that, or you're just content with, you know, running, getting some points for your house and staying in physical shape. What is your objective right now? Where do you see yourself going?
My objective is to qualify for the crafter team in the 4 hurdles and hopefully the 400.
The 4 hurdles. And now, was that event contested at the school as well?
No, please.
So you're expecting to qualify for the crafter games at BSSAC and probably in the zonal meet then?
Yes, please.
How long have you been hurdling?
For under 15 and the 200 hurdles.
So you would say that is your pet event?
Yes, please.
Well, any hopes about probably winning the Victrix Ludorm title today, seeing that you've done so well in all of the events in which you've competed? Any hopes in probably taking that? Welcome back to the National Stadium, where we are bringing you live coverage of day 2 of the Frank Blackman Zone. I've just been joined by my colleague, Mr. Perry Barnett. Good morning to you, Perry.
Good morning, Ian. Good morning, viewers.
Your impressions of yesterday, Perry?
Oh, yesterday was amazing. We didn't see as many zonal records being broken as we did in the first zone, but the performances in general, and St. Michael's School, again, this is a school just like the Christchurch Foundation that has, I would say, the most depth, most complete team, track and field, and they're showing the pedigree, they're showing the class right now.
Well, talking about St. Michael's, there in this first event that's on track this morning, we have the under 20 boys 400 meters hurdles. Of course, the hurdles are set to a height of 84 centimeters. The record held by Rashim Griffith, formerly of the Coleridge and Parry School. He is now at the Harrison College School, but the record set last year, a time of 52.88 seconds. The BSAC record also held by Rashim Griffith, a time of 50.75 seconds, and also set last year. Now, in terms of lane assignments, representing the St. Michael's School in lane 6, Michael Patrick. In lane 5, Kishon Waterman representing the Alexandra School. In lane 4, representing the Lester Vaughan School, Xavier Burgess. In lane 3, representing the Lodge School, we have Jamula Estwick. And rounding out the field, the name that we're familiar with, representing the Coleridge and Parry School, Tafarai Bishop. Rounding out the field in the first section of the 400 meters hurdles for under 20 boys. Perry, it's your call. Young men have already gone through their paces, have already set their blocks, and now we're ready to take in the action as it happens here.
This is going to be a good first section. Tafari Bishop, Jamula Estwick, Michael Patrick, Xavier Burgess. We saw him in the sprint hurdles.
Yes. So certainly those are the ones to watch. Lanes 2, 4, and 6. Yeah. Barbados' area code. 246.
So we still have to keep an eye on lane 3 as well. Jamula Estwick.
Yes, Estwick of the Lodge School. Want to keep an eye on. Let's see how this first section is going to go.
We would have already seen the completion of the under 13 girls long jump, with Sky Spencer Lane winning and Samaya Dell coming second. So that's 18 points again added on. So we really have to look how many points these under 13 girls have garnered for this school.
We had that discussion yesterday, but they're on the way now. Perry.
They go off and running, and the athlete on the outside, that's Michael Patrick. He's going up quite hard. You see Xavier Burgess there in the middle of the field from Lester Vaughan. With Michael Patrick. Now we see a surge there from the athlete on the inside. Coach and Parry Tafari Bishop. Now he takes over. Jamula Estwick is going with him. So it's Bishop and Estwick. Bishop has a sizable lead now as he runs very quickly between the hurdles. Oh, he stumbles on that hurdle there in the bend, but he still kept his footing. So it's all Tafari Bishop coming off the bend. Jamula Estwick in second. Oh, Bishop falls. Tafari Bishop, Jamula Estwick is kind of running him down now. There's a sprint onto the finish line. Estwick isn't going to get there. It's going to be Bishop, Estwick, Patrick's, Michael Patrick. And
Tafari Bishop a little disgusted with himself.
Yes, and Kishon Waterman. Yes, he's a little. He hit one of the hurdles there by just past the 200 meter mark. He hit that hurdle, and then he didn't look too comfortable coming down the home stretch. He knew it was something was bound to happen, But when he hit the hurdle and he fell, I mean, running 400 meters flat is hard enough sometimes, but when you have to negotiate an obstacle, that adds a different dynamic to the whole proceedings.
Well, he certainly persevered, Perry, and he was able to come out with the victory.
I think
in that section rather. It's a matter now of time, of course, because in this second section we have to factor in the likes of Nathan Ferguson, and he has already shown his class here. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, but I think Tafari is really disgusted with himself because he was running. You can see that he was running for time. The way that this young man was running between the hurdles and the way he was attacking these hurdles, the aggressiveness at the start of the race, you can see that he had a game plan. He was trying to run for time, and he knows that stumble and the fall, those two events in his race would have affected his time, his overall time. So he was very disgusted with himself. He knows he's a better athlete than this, and I guess he'll go back to the drawing board, and when we see him in the finals.
Yes, we certainly will see him in the finals.
You get it right.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to mention, that he has an opportunity now to go back, reflect on this race, not dwell on it, but obviously review in his mind, see where he would have made the errors, see the things that he needs to adjust, make the necessary adjustments, and then give it his best effort going forward. Of course, next week we have the BSSAC Championships, the final 2 days on the 15th and the 16th. And he can rest assured that he will secure a spot in the final of the 400 meters hurdles.
That's most definitely. We should be seeing him. It's going to be an interesting 400 hurdle finals. We're going to see how these athletes in this second section, when they come out, you're gonna hear the crowd, the buzz of excitement, because they've seen this young man, Nathan Ferguson, already. They've seen him run. They've seen him run qualifying times for Carifta. They know the pedigree of this youngster. And then you talk about yesterday when we were talking about the physique of these athletes. Nathan Ferguson doesn't have the body of your typical hurdler, sprint hurdler or otherwise. As you see, he's probably the shortest lad there, one of them. The guy from Queen's College maybe competed with him in terms of height, but technique is solid, very solid technique, very fast between the hurdles, and he has that speed endurance as well. So there they go now, coming out on the line.
In terms of lane assignments, Perry, representing the Dighton Griffith School in lane 6, we have Nathan Hoyt. In lane 5, representing the St. Michael's School, Nathan Ferguson. There seems to be some delay here. That is strange. I'm seeing Ferguson wearing the number 6. So we have to probably take another look at these lane assignments. So we'll have those for you in a moment. In the meantime, though, we'll go back into our system here and see if we can get a look at what's happening here with these under 20 boys in terms of lane assignments. Hopefully we will be able to get the correct lane assignments this time around. And there we go. In lane 7, Nathan Hoyt, representing the Dighton Griffith School. In lane 6, Nathan Ferguson, the St. Michael's School. In lane 5, Simran Sutherland of the Lodge School. In lane 4, Tyreek Hunt of Coleridge and Parry. And rounding out the field, representing Queen's College in lane 3, Akem Calendar. Those are the 5 athletes in this second section of the under 20 boys 400 meters hurdles.
Chasing 52.88 for the zone record and 50.75 for the BSSAC record, all being held by Rasheem Griffith, that of the Coleridge and Parry School.
Off and running there are Perry.
See Nathan Ferguson going out very fast as expected. He's going to attack each and every one of these hurdles. Ian, as he goes at the back stretch, he has a big lead already.
Only about 250 now in, but he is really traveling,
and
Perry.
He's still going.
My goodness, look at Nathan Ferguson go. 200 meters left, Perry, and this young man has already stamped his authority on this race. Let's see how he goes as we approach 150 meters in. Nathan Ferguson all the way now, turns for home. A little bit of a stumble there. but he's coming down the home stretch now and still looking strong, Perry. Nathan Ferguson of the St. Michael School. Now approaching the final hurdle, and he's going to be the winner of this one, Nathan Ferguson, by some distance. In second position, Queen's College's Akem Calendar, and third, Simran Sutherland of the Lodge School. Tyreek Hunt of Corjampari crossing the line now. What a run by Nathan Ferguson, Perry.
Yes, I told you that Nathan Ferguson is special. I told you his hurdle technique is sounding. It's very hard in coming off the bend, going over hurdle and coming off the bend. That's where the little wobble came from. But nonetheless, he had the speed between the hurdles. He didn't lose his footing. He kept his balance and he kept going. And he actually sprinted the whole thing. So it shows that he's sending out a message to all and sundry. My name is Nathan Ferguson. Watch out for me next week in the finals.
My goodness. Well, it's going to be an interesting showdown between himself and Tafari Bishop, the winner of the first section. One of them will run first, one of them will run second. We'll see how the official times come back.
I would give the edge to Nathan Ferguson.
I would as well.
For sure. He was quicker between the hurdles. He was more solid over the hurdles as well.
And of course, Tafari Bishop had that fall. Talking about the fall, I know that there is a special way to fall. For the benefit of the viewers, Perry, can you talk a little bit, because you're obviously a coach, a little bit about the technique involved in hurdling? Peradventure, the athlete should take a fall. There is a particular way to fall.
Well, I'm not a hurdles coach, Ian, but as you would have seen, the young man when he fell, he tried to roll. It depends on how he tried to roll on the across his shoulders. He didn't try to like break the fall with his hands. He kind of tucked in and rolled and he went with the momentum of the fall. So it's just about trying not to create any damage or cause any damage to yourself as you fall. But you know, the natural thing for us to do is to put out our hands and break the fall.
Try to break the fall.
Right. But if you compact yourself and roll, go with the momentum of the fall, you roll into it, you get it. So he kind of rolled and his feet got back on there as quickly as possible, and he got up and went again.
Well, the finals, we have that to look forward to.
But I'm sure that by doing that, he's injury free. The only thing hurt was his pride, and he'll be back next week to do battle against the likes of Nathan Ferguson and the rest who would have qualified. I'm interested enough. Yesterday they were announcing the qualifiers from all the events in Zone 1 from the two zones, which I think was right, spot on.
Well, we're now on to the under 20 girls, Perry.
I'm only seeing 3 girls.
You're only seeing 3 girls, as you said, so that means we will have one section here. And whom do we have in lane 5? It looks like Aziza Smith of the Lester Vaughan School. In lane 4, Rhea Hoyt, the St. Michael School. And in lane 3, Shanita Broom of the Alexandra School. The zone record is held by Shanita Broom. She's, of course, in lane 3 at the moment. A time of 65.02 seconds set last year. And the BSSAC record is held by Shakira Hall of the Corjampari. She ran a time of 60.69 seconds, and that's the time these young ladies will be chasing in this one. Let's see how they go. Only 3.
They're also going to be trying to pursue that 61 flat for the that is here listed as the Carifta standard, as it was confirmed that this is a Carifta qualifying meet sanctioned by the Athletic Association of Barbados. So I think most of these athletes are mindful of these times, and they've been working towards making those times. So we're going to see if we have any qualifiers at the end of the day. I haven't heard of any new qualifiers so far, so we're going to wait and see.
Shanita Broom no doubt will be chasing her record. And the blocks now, they're just on the starter's orders, and soon we'll be on the way with this one.
There they go. Oh no, they're not.
That's over by
the
firing range. Right, Perry. That's the start of this one.
Gun, yes.
Here we go.
So off they're running. They're on.
Looking pretty good is Rhea Hoyt.
Yes. Rhea Hoyt.
Not an extremely quick pace here though, Perry. Rhea Hoyt looking good though. Looking to put some distance between herself. Accelerating as she makes her way down the back stretch. Rhea Hoyt leading this one. Being tracked though by Shanita Broom, the record holder, running out of lane 3. And as they approach 200 meters, it's still Rhea Hoyt in the lead, being tracked by Shanita Broom of the Alexandra School.
Shanita is closing the gap.
She is closing the gap. So let's see how they go. Here comes Shanita Broom. She chases down Rhea Hoyt. Rhea Hoyt still in the lead, a slight advantage. It's going to be a fight to the finish here. Is it going to be a fight to the finish, Perry? Let's see how they go. One more hurdle before they make that final dash for glory. Rhea Hoyt, a slight edge over Shanita Broom. Rhea Hoyt over Shanita Broom. Rhea Hoyt is going to come away the victor this time around. Shanita Broom second, and that will obviously leave Aziza Smith of the Leicester Vaughan School. She is going to cross the line in third position. Now making her way past the final hurdle. And here she comes, seeing her in our shot now.
As soon as she crosses, we're going to view the replay of this hurdle event.
All right. So Rhea Hoyt is out front. Shanita Broom.
It's a good game plan, and she went out hard. And
she did.
She knew she had a quality athlete on her left who has the ability to chase her down. And I dare say if she had not gone out that quickly, it would have been a slightly different picture, because then she would have been the one running at Shanita Broom.
Now Shanita Broom, she'll probably want to adjust her game plan if she has an opportunity to look back at this, because she didn't go too hard. She tried to do her running just about by the 200-meter mark, and then found herself in a situation whereby she had pretty much run out of gas and was unable to make that final surge really to get her way past Rhea Hoyt. So she'll want to adjust her game plan going forward. But congratulations to Rhea Hoyt of the St. Michael School, and St. Michael continuing to show their dominance here, Perry.
That's just racking up the points.
Racking
up the points.
And they look at it extremely good. Now we look forward here now to the under 17 boys. We haven't seen them come out as yet.
They haven't. We are going to be seeing them in a short while.
Let's look at the time, because we are really running to schedule here. Very impressed with how it's going. So we are now, it's now 10:15, and the boys, they're scheduled to get running at 10:30. So we may very well have a little lull in the activity on track, Perry. So what we can do is take a break, pause for commercial cause, and come right back as soon as the under 17 boys come out and give you the lane assignments. We have lots of action to look forward to. Of course, we'll see the likes of Kyle Gale and Tial Antoine. He had a very unfortunate situation yesterday in the 110
so he's
hurdles.
a guy with something to prove.
Yes.
He's going to come back very determined not to let the same thing happen again.
Yep. So we will see how it goes for those young men after this break.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union thrift club.
It's more than just money.
Home development with the thrift club. You're young and you need to save money with the thrift club. Savings have value and sustainability. So listen, children, show some discipline. It is beneficial for you when you save, you see the value.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union thrift club. More than just money with the credit union thrift club.
Yeah.
With Ozone, get Wi-Fi with your MiFi. Get the Ozone data experience with your very own portable Wi-Fi hotspot wherever you go. No matter the device, share the connection, stay in the moment, and never skip a beat. Buy an Ozone MiFi and activate a MiFi or data plan of your choice. Get Wi-Fi with your MiFi with Ozone Wireless beyond a network.
We start with a yes, but when life takes unexpected turns, you can still say yes to more. The Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard gives you points with every purchase that you can use to travel anywhere. Fly on any airline, anywhere, anytime, with no blackout dates. Plus, with just 20,000 Scotia points, you can say yes to select destinations. With Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard credit card, it's easier to say yes to everything. Apply for yours today. Call or visit a Scotiabank branch to find out more. Conditions apply.
When your kids fall, you're always there to pick them up. Sagicor wants to do the same for you. Introducing Life Protector, an invaluable policy that provides you with a lump sum payment should you be diagnosed with a critical illness. With added financial flexibility to keep your family's future bright, we'll provide a helping hand when you need it most. For more details, contact a Sagicor advisor today. Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.
And welcome back to the National Stadium. The under-17 boys haven't come out as yet. Well, let's see what we have here, Perry, in terms of the field events. Trying to get some results.
We have the under-13 boys long jump currently on the way. We just saw the completion of the, I think it was the under-20 girls high jump. We had some shot putters who've completed their rounds as well. So still plenty of action going on the field.
Yes, let's see what we can give to our viewers in terms of field event results. Nothing in the system as yet, officially. So that it looks as though we're going to have to wait for a little longer, Perry.
Let's bring up the results for the under-20 girls high jump as well.
Okay, let's see how it goes. Let's get those results in. And I'm seeing the boys shot put. Here we go. Good. So we have some results for you now. Results for the girls under 20 high jump, Perry.
Yes, 4 athletes, one having no height, means she did not clear the starting height. Third position, that's Christina Benskin of the Alexander School, 1.46 meter, 1.4 meters, and remember somewhere Dell jumped 1.46 meters as an under 13. Kenya Thompson from St. Michael's School, 1.45. The winner of the under 20 girls high jump from the Lester Vaughan School, Kayla Codrington, 1.55 meters.
As we look now at the boys shot put, of course the under 17 boys, the top 8 positions. In 8th was Akem Mason of Corrigan Parry, a distance of 10.23 meters. 7th, Kishan Haynes, Frederick Smith Secondary, 10.54 meters. And in 6th, Donegal Codrington of Dighton Griffith, 10.59 meters. 5th went to Jaquan Bridgman of the Lodge School, 10.79 meters. In 4th, that looks like Tristan Griffith, the St. Michael's School, 11.04 meters. The top three. Third went to the Alexander School's Nathan Knight, throw of 11.60 meters. Then we had Kevon Hines of Queen's College, a distance of 13.77 meters, also of Queen's College, winning the under 17 boys shot put. Nicholas Grimes, a distance of 13.98 meters. So Queen's College taking from the under 17 boys shot put event some 18 points. And Perry, you can now look at the under 17, no, the junior boys. The junior boys javelin.
And the top 8. Shane Johnson, the Alexander School, 17.76. 7th position, Shakir with Garns, the Lodge School, 23.59. 6th position, Javon Francis, Leicester Vaughan School, 26.43. In the 4th position, from the Alexander School, Michael Walks, 28.60. And the top 3, Leicester Vaughan's Jonathan Johnson, 28.88. Second goes to Jaden Harris, Darrell Jordan Secondary, 37.06. And the first position winner from Prince Margaret Secondary, Nathan Wiltshire, 37.19. Good to see Princess Margaret getting in the points there.
Certainly, Perry. Do you have any other results? No, not at this
They had no St. Michael's School in the points in that one. And if you look up here with the boys shot put as well.
In shot put, St. Michael's got 4th.
So
They're
they
4th.
4 points.
So
The law school
5 actually. They got 5.
Factored in St. Michael. So the boys are not really running away with it as the girls are.
Well, they've put some distance between themselves and the rest of the field, to be honest with you.
But what I'm saying is that it's not as emphatic a lead as the girls.
It certainly isn't. As we look to get back on track. In the background, the sounds of Kess out of Trinidad. Part of the entertainment element of today's proceedings. We don't want to have an empty feel to the ambience here at the National Stadium, so the organizers have ensured that they have gotten a sound system and some music to add to the atmosphere.
You know, Ian, I'm still from the old school, and I'm going to be lamenting the fact that if they had the drums and the bugles and the trumpets,
yes,
you know, that no one would want to hear this. Everyone would want to hear the musical talents of the students from the various schools.
It's certainly very.
that was always a highlight at BSSAC.
Oh yes, it has been. Now let's see if we could get some results for the. Those are the official results. We've seen that already, so you don't need to go back there. Let's get some lane assignments for the under 17 boys and the under 17 girls. Of course, after the under 17 boys run their 400 meters, the girls will run 300 meters. The under 15 boys will also run 300 meters, and then the girls will run 200 meters.
I'm very excited to see the young lady from the Princess Margaret School, and the other lass from the, I think it's Leicester Vaughan. She would have won. She would have come second, I believe, in the 100 meters hurdles. But she was being, and she came second as well in the first in the on the 17 girls 100 meters as well. I'm trying to remember her name, but when it comes back to me, I will let you know. So interestingly enough, Ian, in the under 20 girls high jump, that 1.55 equals the zone record set in 2016 by Ariel Burke of the St. Michael School. So we have an equaling of a record, not a breaking of a record. So we have to wait a little longer to see if we get another record broken.
All right. So looking forward now to the under 17 boys. 10:28 a.m. across Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean right now. So spot on in terms of our time management. A red flag being raised there at the...
That's the under 13 boys?
No, that's close to the starter there. So they're not ready as yet. Young men still organizing their blocks and getting themselves settled. So just 2 minutes away now from it. The record held by Rasheem Griffith in the under 17 boys 400 meter hurdles, set in 2016, a time of 54.19 seconds, and the BSSAC record held by one Rivaldo Leacock at the time attending the Lester Vaughan School, record set back in 2014, a time of 51.38 seconds. Those are the times the athletes will be chasing. Of course, at this zone meet, the athletes can still set a BSAC record, so it could be a situation where the athlete runs a time that is both the zone and the BSAC record. So while we wait on the boys to make their way onto the track, Perry, you have some more field event results there. You can feel free to bring those to our viewers.
Okay, we're gonna give quickly the under 13 girls long jump. 8th, Brathwaite Richards on the Law School. 7th, Amira Herbert, Princess Margaret Secondary. 6th, Yasmin Smith, Providence Secondary. 5th, Naomi Lamontine, Providence Secondary. 4th, Chanel Kerr, Corjan Parry. 3rd, Sierra Pigot, Corjan Parry, 4.13 meters. 2nd, Samaya Dell, St. Michael's School, 4.53 meters. And the winner and champion under 13 girls long jump for 2018 in the Frank Blackman zone, Sky Spencer Lane, St. Michael's School, 4.71 meters.
All right. So the athletes are on the line already. And we'll bring you some more field event results at the end of this first section of the under 17 boys 400 meters hurdle event. So in lane 7, Kyle Gale, the St. Michael's School. In lane 6, representing the Alexandra School, Anthony Miller. In lane 5, representing Frederick Smith Secondary, Darian Bailey. In lane 4, Jaden Devonish, representing the Lodge School. In lane 3, Trevere Allen, representing Corjan Parry, and rounding out the field, Tayal Antoine, representing the Lester Vaughan School.
Yeah, so our eyes will be on Kyle Gale, Tayal Antoine for sure, those two.
Let's see if I can do a little bit of hand time. See if my reflexes are as good as those of Michael Jules. All right.
And there they go, off and running.
Off and running.
You see Kyle Gale on the outside, going out fast. Antoine on the inside as well, as predicted. The lad from the Lodge School going with them as well. But on the outside, Kyle Gale is going away from the rest of the field. There's Kyle Gale, Tyle Antoine, and then the lad from the Lodge School there as well. That's Jaden Devonish. But Kyle Gale is out and gone. They really have to run at him now. Coming into the picture from Frederick Smith. Darian Bailey now getting into the mix in that top 3. But up front it's all Kyle Gale. As he comes down the home stretch, Kyle Gale, one more hurdle to go. It's all Kyle Gale. And now she sprints to the finish line. Kyle Gale first. Tyle Antoine, is he going to get there? Yes, he does. The lad from Darian Bailey. Then in comes Devonish of the Lodge School. and Trevor Aline, Courage and Parry.
Well, Perry, I tried a thing.
Anthony Miller finishing up now, yes.
I tried something there with my clock. And I don't think that Kyle Gill will trouble the record. That 54.19 set by Rasheen Griffith.
Yeah, we'll see how good you are. You can write it down somewhere so that you don't forget.
We'll see how it goes, Perry. But the second section, they're sorting out their blocks, so that gives us a little time to look at some more results from in the field.
Right, so and the junior girls discus throw, we have a new record. So in 8th position, Cara King, Leicester Vaughan School, 15.20. 7th, Renasha Phillips, Leicester Vaughan School, 15.88 meters. 6th position, Faye Springer, Courage and Parry, 16.89. 5th position, Shavonte Johnson, Courage and Parry, 16.99. 4th position, Samantha King, the Alexandra School, 18.52. And the top 3. 3rd position, Shanice Henry, Princess Margaret Secondary, 19 meters flat. 2nd position, Kaylee Catwell, St. Michael's School, 20.25 meters. And surpassing the old zonal record of 27.32 set in 2016 by Shanice Hudson of Courage and Parry. We have a new champion, new record holder, Chapman Goodluck from the St. Michael's School. And we ask our viewers to forgive us for not calling it the first name, but the printouts does not have the space. So for when the double barrel names come out, they only show the last name. So, and from the St. Michael's School, 28.21 meters. So that's a new zonal record. Congratulations to her. And again, St. Michael's School getting the maximum points in that event. 18 points, first and second. And the girls are romping away, Ian.
They certainly are, and no doubt in our minds now that they will do as Foundation did in the Esther Maynard zone and do the double, both boys and girls. Now the second section of the under-17 boys, 400 meters hurdles. They're on the line already in lane 7, representing the Dighton Griffith School, Joshua Glasgow. In lane 6, Thierry Jordan of the St. Michael's School. In lane 5, representing the Leicester Vaughan School, Jaden Callender. In lane 4, representing Courage and Parry, Jael D. Lowe. And in lane 3, representing the Lodge School, Shawayne McKenzie. Rounding out the field is the young man from Alexandra, Sheldon David. He occupies lane 2. And those are the athletes in the second section, chasing a time of 54.19 seconds and a time of 51.38 seconds, the zone and BSAC records respectively. And they're under starters' orders. Of course, after this, we see the under-17 girls. And there they go, Perry.
That's off and running. Slow start for the chap on the outside there from Dighton Griffith. And we see Thierry Jordan going out nice and hard. But on the inside from Courage and Parry, it looks like JD Lowe. JD Lowe is out there. He's actually in the lead right now, JD Lowe. All the others have to do some running. So it's still JD Lowe. On the outside, a lad from Dighton Griffith School trying to get into it. But now we see a change there.
That's Jaden Callender in the lead, Perry.
Yes, it
of
is.
the Leicester Vaughan School. So Jaden Callender crossing the line now in first. In second place, looks like Thierry Jordan.
Thierry Jordan, the lad from the law school in third. There, that's Mackenzie from the law school third.
Shawayne McKenzie.
Shawayne McKenzie.
Of course, these are timed finals. The best times will advance, the top 2. And then the next fastest from either zone. So Glasgow crossing the line, and now the hurdles being removed.
The first flight of hurdles will be, first two flights of hurdles will be removed as they get ready for the 300-meter hurdles.
Officials dealing with the hurdles now. Any more field event?
Yes, we have some
results,
more field event results here. And in the, did we call the junior boys? No, we did not call the junior boys javelin. We did a discus. In the junior boys javelin, 8th position, Shane Johnson. 7th, with Garns of the Lodge School. In 6th position, Javon Francis, Lester Vaughan. In 5th position, Coyote Holder, Princess Margaret Secondary. 4th goes to Michael Walks, Alexander School. Top 3, Jonathan Johnson, 2888. 2nd, Jaden Harris of Darrell Jordan Secondary, 3706 meters. And 1st, Nathan Wiltshire, Princess Margaret Secondary, 3719. Remember, of course, that record. Kevon Hines of Queens College in 2017, 42.50 meters, a big throw. And we also had we would have given you the results of the on the 17 boys shot put as well. Queens College getting 1st and 2nd in that one with the big efforts of Nicholas Grimes in 1st and Kevin Hines in 2nd. But way off the record, 16.22 meters set by Enrique Bab, then of course in Paris 2017. So as I think I see the girls over there already. The under 17 girls are over there. They're just awaiting the resetting of the hurdles for them. And then they're going to start their 300-meter hurdles. You see the starters over there as well. And we take opportunity again to welcome all you viewers who are watching locally, regionally, and internationally. I know there are a lot of you, and we're asking you to weigh in on this topic. What is, for all of you persons, viewers out there who would have been fortunate enough to be or witness or be part of the BSSAC in your time, share with us on our webpage what is your favorite BSSAC moment. Just say my favorite BSSAC moment was, and let us know. Share those memories with us. We're going to try to see if we can get them so we can read them out. We just want the memories. We just want you to share your BSSAC moments with us, so we can bring smiles to other person's faces as they live vicariously through your memories about their favorite BSSAC moments. So feel free to join in. What is or was your favorite BSSAC moment? It doesn't have to be always on the field. If you're not an athlete, you can give your point of view as a spectator. So just share your favorite BSSAC moment with us, with all of us here at Sports.bb, in the Sports.bb family, so we can all have those memories and share those memories. Also, for you viewers, please remember that you're still watching for these outstanding athletes, so that when we post these outstanding athletes, these 6 outstanding athletes over the 2 zones, you will have a perfect idea as to who to vote for the Sports.bb online athlete for BSSAC 2018.
All right, Perry, and we see across in the distance, if we can get a good shot of it, that would be fantastic. How about the 300-meter mark? The athletes getting ready.
And while they get ready, we have results of the under 17 boys 400-meter hurdles. 8th position, J.D. Lowe, Corjan Parry, 63.03. 7th, Sheldon David, Alexandra School, 61.04. 6th, Shawayne McKenzie, the Law School, 60.98. 5th, Darian Bailey, Frederick Smith Secondary, 59.23. 4th, Jerry Jordan, St. Michael's School, 59.09. 3rd, Tyle Antoine, Lester Vaughan School, 59.06. 2nd, Jaden Calendar, Lester Vaughan School, 56.75. And Kyle Gale winning this one in a time of 55.07. Of course, Kyle Gale from the St. Michael's School.
Well, my hand time, Perry wasn't too bad. It was 54.44. So, not too bad.
Too bad. I think Kyle Gale would have let your time better.
All right, so the under 17 girls are on the line, getting ready now to have their turn. Of course, this is the first of 2 sections. You can go ahead and give those lane assignments, Barry.
Right, so in lane number 6, we have Shania Gill, at River School. In lane 5, Zeta Cox, Corjan Parry. In lane 4, Annika Blackman, Princess Margaret Secondary. She's one that you will have to watch as well. In lane 3, Acacia Small, Lester Vaughan School. And then on the inside, in lane number 2, Priya Olatayo, St. Michael's School.
The record held by Rhea Hoyt. We would have seen her in the under 20 girls, a time of 44.67 seconds. She is the holder of the zone record. BSAC record held by Akila Jones.
There they go, off and running. And you see from Princess Margaret, Annika Blackman running out nicely. Priya Olatayo going with her now. As a matter of fact, Priya Olatayo is in the lead. And so going the running is between Priya, the lady from Lester Vaughan as well, Acacia Small, and Annika Blackman. As they come off the turn now, it's Blackman from Olatayo from Small, and that's the top 3. So Blackman, Olatayo, Small. The final hurdle. Blackman now sprinted to the line. Priya Olatayo is she going to hold on? Is she going to hold on? Yes, she does. Hold on for a second. Lester Vaughan's Acacia Small there for 3rd. That's the top 3 in the zone. In this section, sorry for the zone. And we're moving on to section number 2 quite shortly. And then once again, kudos to the organizers. They started on time with the track events again. You only had that one hiccup on the first day, and it seems that that is usually the case. First day, you get all the glitches and stuff that you work on those, get all the kinks. The wind is picking up out here, so that's something we have to factor into as well when we look at time. So for you viewers, if we recall results and time seems to be faster, sometimes it may be the fact that the wind for some events, especially the sprints, will be a factor. So maybe if the wind is too high, it would be a time. The time will still go, but not as a record. So just be mindful of that.
All right, Perry, as the second section gets ready, I was mentioning the records. The zone record held by Rhea Hoyt, 44.67 seconds, set back in 2016. The BSAT record is held by Akila Jones of Springer Memorial, formerly rather, of a time of 42.61 seconds. In terms of the Carifta qualifying standard, Carifta standard stands right now at 43.50 seconds. So,
right, so the
time that
the girls are on the lane, okay, and they're ready. The lane assignments.
Lane 6, Kristen Sobers, the Alexandra School. In lane 5, Brianna Ben of the Corjan Parry School. In lane 4, Vivica Addison of Lester Vaughan. And in lane 3 is Shante Brooms of the Dighton Griffith Secondary School. And the starters' orders now. After this will be the turn of the boys. Left in the blocks there a little bit was the young lady from Corjan Parry. Perry, it looked like to me. Was sitting a little bit.
Looks like Vivica Addison of Leicester Vaughan. She's the one doing the running right now.
Brianna Ben trying to get back in contention though. She has a peculiar hurdling technique.
Kristen Sobers on the outside is in all sorts of trouble. But there's no doubt who the leader is. Vivica Addison of the Leicester Vaughan School. And just look at her lead leg as it goes over the hurdle, how it snaps down. Bam.
We're looking at Brianna Ben. She has a good technique, Vivica Addison. I was looking at Ben a little while ago. I think she had a stumble how she approached the hurdle, Perry. She's going to nonetheless make it in here for the second spot. Third is going to be from Dyden Griffith, Shanita Brooms, and fourth, the
Shantae Brooms.
Yeah, Shantae Brooms and Kristen Sobers, the young lady from Alexandra, crossing the line in fourth. I was telling you about Ben's hurdle technique. As when she got out by the 200-meter mark, I think she had a stumble of some sort. We're going to take a look at that.
Yes, we're going to take a look at the replay so we can see about.
But that looks like the end of it.
End of it there.
We would have had to have gone back before this time. This is the end of the race, toward the end of the race, the final hurdle really. I was talking about by the 200-meter mark. When she got around to about the 200-meter mark, she approached the hurdle very strangely, and it's almost she jumped it, and when she then landed, her footing wasn't very secure. She was off balance, and then had to try to bring herself back. In front of us, not in the,
there for that law school athlete there.
Yeah, not in her shot though.
In the under 13 boys, I believe it's under 13 boys long jump. He had a fairly decent jump, but then he took 2 steps back.
And you know how it goes. They're gonna measure from where you were
closest
the closest points to the board.
Closest
distance to the board. That's it. A nice jump from the young man from Corjampari. As the under 15 boys, can we get a shot of the long jump until the under 15 boys are ready to make their way down the track? So coming into our shot now is the long jump, Perry, and let's see who we have here. Another athlete from the Corjampari School. So no jump, right flag goes up.
Yes, he will have to go back and check his mark. Probably take it back a tad and come back again and hopefully get it right. He also needs to work on his landing. He's landing and he's landing too straight up, right? You need to land and you bend your knees and go down to cushion the blow, and your hands will come forward. That was going to take the momentum forward, so you will not do like my good friend from the lad from the law school just now who landed upright, and because of how he landed, he ended up
going
backwards, stepping back because he lost his balance. So the rule is when there's the approach, there's the takeoff, there's the landing. Your flight phase or your landing. So when you get in your flight phase, you want your knees to be up as high as possible. The trick is to try to hang in the air as much as possible.
Good jump there from the young man from that was Darryl Jordan, athlete number 623.
Yes, you want to hang in the air as much as possible, Ian, and then you want to extend your legs forward so that you get maximum distance. So when you land, you actually let the rest of your body come to your feet, and your hands come forward, and you take all that momentum will take you forward. That's why you see most top athletes, you see them when they land, they land and they kind of slide to the side. So when the torso or the sand is either in line with the heels or past the heels.
And the athletes are there on the side. The coaches are there as well. Athlete 7577 from the St. Michael's School just retiring to the side to have a word with his coach. Not a bad jump by him. It certainly was a longer distance than the athlete from the Darryl Jordan schools.
And up next we see, he just didn't take off at all, and he didn't get up in the air. No. He had a lot of speed as he approached the takeoff board, but he just didn't get that elevation. And as I always tell my young chargers when I'm coaching, speed plus height equals distance. Because you want to get the speed, you want to get up in the air, you want the elevation so that your forward, your speed, when you run, that forward momentum is going to take you forward through the air as long as possible before our old friend gravity pulls you back down to the sandpit. You need to get that speed going. So he had the speed, he just didn't have the elevation.
Another such situation, and this young man, how they exit the pit though, I mean,
you're really supposed to walk forward.
He should be walking forward. That's what we're saying. He walked
forward,
to the side.
and then out.
And then he put himself at a disadvantage because they're going to measure from the closest point to
the takeoff board.
So, I mean...
Again, it comes down to coaching. and sometimes not knocking the coaches, but sometimes these young ones, these young athletes, especially under 13, you find that sometimes they get so overwhelmed with the situation. They just want to get in the sandpit and get as quickly as possible. And all the instructions that the PE teachers or coaches will be giving them all through the year just goes through the window. So sometimes that happens with these younger athletes. They tend to forget. They tend to forget the instructions.
Oh my, that's a no jump from the athlete from the Lodge School.
Big no jump.
Some more results coming in here, Perry. The under 15 or the 17 girls, rather, their 300-meter hurdles. The top 8 finishers there.
I am seeing Shantae Brooms of Dayton Griffin School, 8th. 7th, Abrianna Ben, Courage and Parry. In 6th position, Shania Gill, Dayton Griffin School. In 5th, Zeta Cox, Courage and Parry. In 4th, Acacia Small of Leicester Vaughan. In the top 3, Priya Olatayo on St. Michael's School. In 3rd, she ran a time 48.83. 2nd, Vivica Addison, Leicester Vaughan School, 56.98 seconds. And the champion of the 300-meter hurdles for the under 17 girls for 2018, Annika Blackman, as expected, from Princess Margaret Secondary School, 46.24 seconds.
And we are now ready for the under 15 boys, section 1 of 2. We don't have the records as yet, but we will give you the lane assignments in terms of this first section. In lane 7, Janoy Davis. All right, he represents the St. Michael's School, Janoy Davis. In lane 6, Kimani Cox, representing the Coleridge and Parry School. In lane 5 is Victor Simpson, representing the Lodge School. In lane 4, Kobe Calendar of the Dighton Griffith Secondary School. In lane 3, Jonathan Jones of the Leicester Vaughan School. And in lane 2, from Alexandra, is Tristan Collins. Those are the competitors in this first section.
Right, and knowing the pedigree of the Leicester Vaughan School when it comes to hurdling, I'm sure that everyone is going to have their eyes on Johnson and Davis on the St. Michael's School. See if anyone else is there, maybe Victor Simpson on a good day, we'll see. So they are on the starters orders and they're ready to go.
Athletes being asked to stand. Let's see if I can access the records so we can share that with the viewers. Here it is. Got the information now.
There they go, off and running. Lad from the law school off to a very slow start. So he's not going to factor into this one at all. Apparently, we had a fall there on the outside. That looks like
from Courage and Parry.
Cox.
Kimani Cox.
Yes, had a fall after the second hurdle. Leicester Vaughan School athlete, they're doing well.
In lane 2, Jonathan
Johnson.
Jonathan Johnson, oh my goodness.
But running very quickly between the hurdles and coming back at him is St. Michael's Janoy Davis. So we have a race on for the finish line. Johnson and Davis. Jonathan Johnson.
Yeah.
I think Davis left it a little too late. He left it for the last 2 hurdles and tried to sprint back at him. I think he left it too late.
Well, I called him Jonathan Jones, Perry. And, Michael Jules is rubbing off on me. The same thing happened yesterday to Michael Jules, but no, the young man has left certainly an indelible impression
on everyone.
On everyone. It's actually Jonathan Johnson of the Leicester Vaughan School.
I know.
Coming out on top.
I know whichever college gets that young man is going to send a big thank you note back to Barbados.
I'm telling you, he is a class act.
Thank you. Do you have any more?
Now, as we look toward the second section, Perry, and in lane 6, Joshua Dotton of the Lodge School. In lane 5, that looks like Mika Griffith of the Courage and Parry School. Lane 4, Brandon Downs, the Alexandra School. In lane 3 is Devon Johnson of the Leicester Vaughan School. And in lane 2, Christopher Watson of the St. Michael's School, chasing a time of 41.30 seconds. That's the zone record held by Nathan Ruitt of the St. Michael's School, and the BSAC record held by Rivaldo Leacock, 38.03 seconds. They're off and running, and looking good so far. On the outside is Joshua Dotton of the Lodge School, but in the middle of the field from the Coleridge and Parry School, no, that's not Coleridge and Parry, that's the Alexandra School, Brandon Downs, looking pretty good. In fact, Downs has taken control of this one with just about 150 meters left in this 300-meter hurdle event. As he turns for the straight now, it's going to be Brandon Downs of the Alexandra School. On the inside, getting a challenge though from Christopher Watson of the St. Michael's School. Head down, 1 hurdle to go, and he's over it. Still in the lead from the Alexandra School, Brandon Downs, but running all the way to the finish, through the line now. Second goes to Watson from St. Michael's School, and in third is Devon Johnson of the Leicester Vaughan School, the top 3 finishers in that second section of the under 17 boys 300-meter hurdles.
So a good run from the young lad there from the Leicester Vaughan School, Alexandra School, sorry, Brandon Downs. Good run from him. He wasn't in the picture at the beginning, and by the third hurdle, he really was up, and actually no, but after the second hurdle, he really started to open up and motor forward, and he took command of the race from there on in, and a wonderful job from him. We only have 1 set of hurdles left to go. That will be the 200-meter hurdles for under 15 girls, and I can tell you that a young lady who's now going to school at the Christchurch Foundation, and she has written her books in the estimator zone, and in both the sprint hurdle and the intermediate hurdles as well. She has the record here, when she was a student at the Princess Margaret School. Sarah Bell, she ran a 28:03 in 2016, and the BSAC record still Shakira Hall, 27:24 in 2009. Then for Courage and Parry School. So we are eagerly awaiting those young ladies under 15.
Not yet ready, Perry.
No, they're not orders yet.
Tell you what, we can take a break here, pay some bills, and come right back with more action from the National Stadium as we get ready for the under 15 girls 200-meter hurdles.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union thrift club.
It's more than just money.
Home development with the thrift club. You're young and you need to save money with the thrift club. Savings have value and sustainability. So listen, children, show some discipline. It is beneficial for you. When you save, you see the value.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union thrift club. More than just money with the credit union thrift club.
Yeah!
With Ozone, get Wi-Fi with your MiFi. Get the Ozone data experience with your very own portable Wi-Fi hotspot wherever you go. No matter the device, share the connection, stay in the moment, and never skip a beat. Buy an Ozone MiFi and activate a MiFi or data plan of your choice. Get Wi-Fi with your MiFi with Ozone Wireless beyond a network.
Yes is a beautiful word. It empowers us. It brings satisfaction. And since you earn up to 3% cash back on everyday purchases with the Scotiabank Gold MasterCard, that's a lot of satisfaction, a lot more often. Plus, you get a welcome bonus from the get-go. Scotiabank Gold MasterCard is the card that keeps on giving, so it's easier for you to create many more precious yes moments. Apply for yours today. Call or visit a Scotiabank branch to find out more. Conditions apply.
When your kids fall, you're always there to pick them up. Sagicor wants to do the same for you. Introducing Life Protector, an invaluable policy that provides you with a lump sum payment should you be diagnosed with a critical illness. With added financial flexibility to keep your family's future bright, we'll provide a helping hand when you need it most. For more details, contact a Sagicor advisor today. Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.
All right, Perry, as we have a lull in the activity and we are back at the National Stadium, wanting to welcome, of course, our viewers. We're hoping to get a look at the high jump event in progress. Young man from the Lodge School.
Yes, he's the only one there, so it's safe to say that he's the winner. And you're just given an opportunity then to select what height you want to jump at. And he's given the opportunity to try to clear that height. You still have the 3 attempts.
He aborted his run a while ago.
If he aborts the run 3 times, that's an attempt. And you also have, well, when you have more than one athlete in the competition, you have a certain amount of time in which to complete your jump. Oh man, so close.
Almost.
So
Almost.
close. You see the look of frustration there on his. Yes,
he's not even moving off the bed.
Can't believe it. He got the height. He got the height. Something. And what happens is, like all jumps, you gotta have to get the momentum going as well. And he got the height, but when you get over with the flop, when you get over, you have to get that nice arch in your back, and then you have to drop your hips down, snap your hips down. That action is gonna bring your feet up.
Yes.
To get over the bar. I think what happened is he did not have enough momentum to take him over the bar far enough. So when he dropped his hips, the back of his thighs came down on the bar, which is unfortunate because he really had the height. I think it's just a little bit more momentum, he would have sailed over that bar easier.
Certainly a very technical event, the high jump. While we were off, we saw a young man who jumped straight up, came straight back down, didn't have the opportunity to actually go over the bar, couldn't make it over the bar. I think he ended up hurting himself.
I think no, it's the same Lodge guy, but I think what happened, he went up and he pulled out of the jump. No, if once you don't any part of your body doesn't go past the line of the bar, right? You're okay, because anytime, even if your hand goes past, they say you break the plane, and that is constituted as a foul jump. So that will go against him. So if you're going to pull out, even if you try to pull out and your arm goes off like that, off your body, and it goes under that bar, the red flag goes up. That's a foul jump.
Well,
So I think what he did, he went up in the air and he just came straight back down. He tried to pull out. I guess he tried to pull out of the jump, but he said ended up laying down under the bar. So he was still in the pole jump.
I thought he had injured himself.
Maybe it was just a little winded.
Okay. He's all right. Seems as though he's going to put his sweats back on.
Yeah, I think that was his last jump. Last attempt, sorry, at that height. So it'll be interesting to get the results when they're finished. We're going to try to see if the results are in as soon as we finish with this.
Let's see what's happening in terms of the field, Perry. Let's see if we can get some more results. Of course, we want to keep our viewers informed of not only what's happening with the track events, but certainly what's happening with the field as well. So it looks as though we've covered the vast majority of them, Perry.
Yes, the only thing we haven't covered is the boys shot put. I think on the junior boys, on the 17 boys shot put.
How about the junior girls?
We did the junior girl discus already.
We covered that one already.
Yes, we covered that already.
So let's look then at the under 17 boys shot put 5K. In terms of results, the top 8, Perry. I think I did this one actually.
Oh yes, we did.
I did this one already.
Yes, so we covered all of the field events so far. The field events which were entered. Some field events have not been entered as yet.
In progress though is the under 17 boys javelin, the under 17 girls discus throw, the under 20 boys high jump. Seems to be still
concluded.
Just concluded.
That's
yes.
what we just saw.
And then the under 13 boys long jump. I think that one
is going on.
Completed as well. I don't think I'm seeing anybody on the tarmac there, so it looks as though we should have those scores in a few. So we just wait and see what happens. And we're still waiting for the under 15 girls to
well, they were ushered across.
Come out.
They were ushered across. I think they're over there getting final instructions and taking off all the sweats and stuff like that.
So while they do that, we're taking some interviews and pay some bills as well until we're ready to bring the under 15 girls 200-meter hurdles.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union thrift club.
It's more than just money.
Home development with the thrift club. You're young and you need to save money. With the thrift club, savings have value and sustainability. So listen, children, show something simple and it is beneficial for you. When you save, you see the value.
It's more than just money.
Join the credit union thrift club. More than just money with the credit union thrift club.
Yeah.
Yes is a beautiful word. It empowers us. It brings satisfaction. And since you earn up to 3% cash back on everyday purchases with the Scotiabank Gold MasterCard, that's a lot of satisfaction, a lot more often. Plus, you get a welcome bonus from the get-go. Scotiabank Gold MasterCard is the card that keeps on giving, so it's easier for you to create many more precious yes moments. Apply for yours today. Call or visit a Scotiabank branch to find out more. Conditions apply.
When your kids fall, you're always there to pick them up. Sagicor wants to do the same for you. Introducing Life Protector, an invaluable policy that provides you with a lump sum payment should you be diagnosed with a critical illness. With added financial flexibility to keep your family's future bright, we'll provide a helping hand when you need it most. For more details, contact a Sagicor advisor today. Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.
So we're back. We'll take a rain check on those interviews, because on the line is the under 15 girls 200 meters hurdles competitors. They're already there. Perry, you have the lane assignments for us. All right.
In lane 7, Lester Vaughan, Rashida Barrow. In lane 6, Princess Margaret's Destiny Grimes Bunthorne. In lane 5, Alexandra School's Raina Cummins. In lane number 4, Kagan Rouse of the Law School. And round of the field in lane 3, Khadija Cummins of the Dighton Griffith School.
Chasing a record, zonal record that is, set by Sarah Bell, formerly of Princess Margaret. A time of 28.03 seconds, set back in 2016. The BSAC record held by Shakira Hall, 27.24 seconds, set way back in 2009. So that's a 9-year record, Perry. Young ladies, under starters orders now. And they're off and running. And on the outside, looking pretty good so far. That looks like Rashida Barrow of the Lester Vaughan School. She's over the hurdle first. Oh my goodness! A huge mix-up there. There was a fall.
Kagan Rouse who fell.
Oh my goodness. We're going to have that replay. We're going to take a look back at that and see exactly what happened there. Unless my eyes deceived me. Oh my goodness. Lester Vaughan. Barrow is going to cross the line now. Young ladies having some challenges in lane 4 there. That's Rouse of the Lodge School coming in second.
And Alexandra's Raina Cummins third.
And we're going to try to get that replay up, because as they were in the turn, Perry, the young ladies really took a... Let's see what happened there. There you go. The young lady from the Alexandra School and Lodge. They had a mix-up, and you see the Lodge School...
Is Lodge and Dighton Griffith.
Oh, that's Dighton Griffith.
Yes.
Okay. So, oh yes, Lodge and Dighton Griffith. So that's Rouse and Cummings. Both took a tumble. There we see Cummings stumbling again as she went over that hurdle. Here now we have Barrow have taken a stumble. She stumbled toward the outside. Wow. That was an eventful one, Perry.
The spills and thrills, Ian. Spills and thrills.
Yes, thrills and spills.
So we have you see the young ladies out there for the second and final section. This is the final hurdle event on today's cars. And we have 4 athletes. In lane number 6, Aziza Blackman, the Lodge School. In lane 5, Zykola Jackman, Dighton Griffith School. In lane 4, Shakwana Trotman from Courage and Parry. And in lane 3, Alvisha Price of Princess Margaret Secondary. They're still chasing that 28.03 set in 2016 by Sarah Bell, then of the Princess Margaret Secondary.
Under starters orders. And there they go for the second section of the under 15 girls, and looking pretty good there in the middle of the track. From the Courage and Parry School,
Shakoria
Trotman. She's going to get a challenge on the outside from Alvisha Price. Alvisha Price is taking the lead now. They're straighten up and head for home. Alvisha Price is in the lead. A little stumble there from Trotman from Courage and Parry. She's going to run back at Price. Is she going to have enough? No, she will not. Alvisha Price is going to take this one. Crossing the line now from Trotman from Courage and Parry. In third place is from the Lodge School, Aziza Blackman. Courage and Parry second, Princess Margaret first, and in third, Aziza Blackman.
And Zykola Jackman finishing up in 4th position, and that concludes the hurdle events. We're on stream. We're making good time here today.
17 after the hour of 11 o'clock now. And I think the hurdle events are scheduled, not the hurdle, the 800s. 800 meter events, they're scheduled for